Hey, ho-ho, ho-ho.
That was the second take, and so far the first one's better.
No,
but,
that was,
we'll
boy,
go from there.
Too much
Anyway.
coffee this morning.
Oh, okay, fine.
So that's September, right, Ed?
September, yes, 2016.
2016. I got to tell you that the 2016 gift catalog for this holidays is really, really good. And you're going to be really impressed with the way it looks and the stuff we got in there. I got rid of all the stupid food baskets where you get this much,
Hey, wait! Don't say that because some of those people bought those.
Well, no, that's all right because
right.
now we're going to get. You know what? This is what I figured out. This is a shock. I know you're going to find this as a shock, but
I'm shocked
people
already.
like to buy our wines.
Yes.
That's what they want from me.
To buy your wines.
That's what they want from us. That's what we're going to have in the catalog. Guess what? That's a shocker. Anyway, I thought this was a very interesting month.
It wasn't a very interesting month. Actually, I have to agree with you. There were some really incredible wines, great stories. I actually loved writing this newsletter more than usual. But before we get into that, I'd like to take us back to 1976.
1976. Oh, what was it?
Wow,
This
is
he's
really
good.
cool.
He's better at you.
Well,
look
I
it up.
look it up.
76.
Okay.
September.
Okay, Mirassou Fleury Blanc.
Fleury Blanc.
Fleury.
I don't remember that.
I have no clue. They probably made it 1 year, And what it was a blend of Gewürztraminer, Riesling, and Sauvignon Blanc.
I can see that.
I mean, back,
and Mirassou, they had some pretty interesting things.
They had some great wines, and I remember back then. Gewürztraminer was a huge seller back then. I mean, Gewürz was a big deal.
It was, yeah.
Oh, and then people just said, "Oh, I don't like sweet wines," and all the other nonsense. Now they drink sweet Chardonnay, and they don't know the difference. Anyway, but the red San Tomas Barbera from Mexico.
Oh, I remember that wine.
I remember that wine too. It was really, it was so cool because then you couldn't find a Mexican wine if your life depended
Yeah,
on it.
I remember
10
that
years
being on
later.
the shelf at the store. And then I remember that because in '87, I did a Merlot. No, I did a Zin from those guys down in Mexico, and I kept thinking Mexican wine, but you don't see anything from Baja California anymore.
You don't, and you're going to because there's been a lot of stuff written about it. I have had some unbelievable wines from Ensenada. I mean, absolutely ridiculously fabulous wines. But there was also a lot of really bad wines made down there, and that's what happened. You got a bad reputation, and so people got turned off. But you're going to start seeing some unbelievable wines, and they're not going to be cheap. Okay, these are not going to be $6-7 wines. They're going to be $30 and $40 until, of course, they don't sell them. Then we sell them for $6. I mean, anyway.
So here's the two one of the two interesting caps we have. This is again a Zork. Now, this is a Zork in a pretty popular wine. I mean, you see this wine around at different places. It's called Plungerhead, which has got that funny label on it. Mm-hmm. Wine's really good from Cabernet. It's a Lodi Cabernet, but they went full production in this Zork, which is that Australian closure.
And this is made by the people in the Sebastiani family, which is kind of interesting because in the limited series, we have a Sebastiani wine, which is no longer owned by the Sebastianis.
Wait a minute. Was Elise Fitch Sebastiani, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay, because they use a Zork over there, too.
That's right. And that has no bearing on the bad guy in Toy Story 2, by the way, in case you were wondering, which was also named Zork. Or was it Zorn? I don't know. No, that's an actor.
I don't know. I spent 2 days at Disneyland. I should know that by now. 2 days.
Wow.
Isn't that just a full mouthful of Cabernet?
I forgot how good that is.
I mean, it's incredible. And it's clearly Lodi. It's got that wonderful, dense, dark fruit in it.
I don't know, man. I'm telling you, these Lodi wines are they're like on another planet. I mean, it's starting to get difficult to write about Lodi because we got so many Lodi wines, and then you taste them and you go, what's the point? Why would you have something else?
This actually wants you to taste it again. There's so much activity.
You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. It's just
And the balance
gorgeous.
of the oak is perfect. This is
It
great.
is. It's really amazing wine. But, if you told me this came from Sonoma, I wouldn't say, oh, no, it can't be Sonoma. Mm-hmm. Napa, maybe not. You're missing that earth licorice component that's very, very pronounced in most Napa wines. But that soft, rich Cabernet fruit.
You folks, you give this to a friend, a wine friend, a guy that really thinks they know about wine, and you pour this, they're going to flip over it. The oak balance is perfect. It's got some new oak in it.
The beauty about this wine is it's got beginning, middle, finish.
It does.
It goes all the way through. There's no spikes. It's just...
I'm going to say 96, and it's $16 on the shelf. You'll see it at different price ranges, but around $16. It's a pretty popular wine in some of the more eclectic wine shops, but you can get more from us at $7.99. You cannot find that price anywhere.
No, I'm giving it a 96 as well. I think it's killer. These are from my new buddies at Uvaggio.
Well, you know what? They called us again, and we love this group. This is like Opolo, right?
Yeah.
When they've got some inventory and they don't know what to do with it, and they got production backed up, and they need a place to sell the wines, and they know that we're going to sell them less than the retail price, but they love us to do it. So this is another one. And again, they made two. We have two wines this month.
But you know, the fact is these guys, they've got a very special niche of Italian varietals, and you know, which a lot of people do in California now because they're very exciting wines.
Wow. That is classic.
This is
really.
absolutely out of this world. I mean, I love Vermentino anyway. I just think it's one of my favorite white grapes in the world. And to have
a
it made in
classic version of it,
California,
and it actually has an Italian character about it. Not
it
just,
really does. You know.
not just California white wine. You know.
Well, there's nothing wrong with California white wine. You know, I've been known to drink a few myself. Anyway, these guys are really, really funny, and I like this.
Pretty much says it all.
Sure, from an inanimate object, but anyhow, a terrific wine. $16 on the shelf, $6.99 retail. Killer, absolutely killer wine for $6.99. And I'm giving it a 97.
I'd have no problem if I walked in the wine shop and paid $15 for this, just $16. I would say, wow, that's pretty good value.
No, it's delicious.
Right? And any wine person you poured this for would say the same, as long as they weren't just over the top Chardonnay people.
Well, there's that.
I'll give it a 97 too.
There you go. Now,
this one is mind-boggling.
This is one of those wines that I wrote so much about I had to go back and take it out because it was such an interesting story. I just kept writing, and these guys. I mean, I would love to meet these guys.
Hey, don't overlook what you just did.
Oh yeah,
the same Zork style cap, or a bar top as we call it, but in cork. So it's like a mini champagne thing.
You just pull it out. I mean, I'm going. Why didn't somebody think of this earlier? Unbelievable.
Look, if this does not reek, now this is Sangiovese from Tuscany, so you know it's not in the Chianti district. But if you poured this in a glass to the most indigenous Italian person that you met and said, "Tell me this isn't Chianti," you'd have a hard time.
Well, don't forget though, it's got some Merlot added in there to give it some, some roundness. That because Sangiovese can get a little pointed in its flavors sometimes, but
yeah, but this
is amazing wine. I mean, this is really, really something.
Uncle Baffa.
Yeah, well, that's what Ziobaffa means.
I didn't know there was a Merlot here.
Yeah, I think it's Merlot. I'm pretty sure it's Merlot.
It's so good.
This
is going to be a big one, and I got a lot of it. You're going to see this wine for through the end of the year because I was able to procure this deal because I had to buy a lot, and I'm glad I got to buy a lot because every time I taste this, I go, "Wow, I didn't taste that before."
Yeah, this wine's out of this world.
It's really $18 on the shelf. It's $7.99 for more. It's a 98 for me in regards to what it's supposed to be.
All right, I'm going off the charts here and say 97 because I'm sick and tired of agreeing with them all so far. Anyway, delicious bottle of wine.
Man, that is all over that. Now, a late entry.
A late entry.
A late entry. And sometimes, I taste on Tuesdays, right? You haven't been around lately on Tuesday. And sometimes I have to hold out for the next Tuesday to find something because I want to make sure I get something good. And that's what happened this last time around. Our backs were against the wall for this selection, and all of a sudden this Cortese comes in. I'm like, wow.
Well, you say Cortese, and I'm there because I love that.
And for the price, it's just like, come on. I looked at it. I said, are you serious? I go, you're not telling me the bottle price? This is the case price? This is a Piemonte, and it's a 2012 Cortese.
Oh, man, it's good.
The nose is so perfect.
Absolutely delicious. It's interesting when you say there's a nuttiness to it, and people it's turned out nuts. I don't want to taste nuts in my wine, but it works.
Almond, yeah.
It's a little almond, a little walnut, but it's not the bitterness that you associate with those nuts sometimes.
This is so perfectly positioned right now for its
Beautiful.
age. It's just complex. It's got a wonderful Italian character. It's Cortese all the way. It's a 96 for me. I'm so thrilled. These are really, all these wines are worth double at least what we're charging for them. There's $17 on the shelf for this wine, but it's $6.99 from us.
Spectacular, beautiful bottle of wine.
The nose is like, you just want to keep smelling it.
Yeah, I'm there as well. I think it's killer. But here it's interesting. We've got 2 wines from Italy and a California wine that's an Italian grape. There you have it, boys and girls. And that's our show.
Cheers. We have 2 wines from Italy. This is a California
This is Italy, and this is Italy. That's California, and we have 3 Italian varietals because this is an Italian varietal.
Ah, that's what it is. All right, I get it. Cheers.
It takes him a while, but he gets it.